Hey everybody, welcome back. This is week 7 of the IF Project. Of course, I'm Anthony Simeone, founder of Live the Hero, and thank you for reaching this far in my Applied Humanities Challenge. So here's the lines for this week. Let's get right into it. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. There's a lot of talk about willpower these days. Willpower as a finite resource. An explanation as to why we seem to get worn down by life. When we get worn down, our resistance and our ability to persevere gets worn down. Our willpower seems to be a finite resource. And we're sort of like a muscle, a flexed muscle. We can only tense it so long. Now, whether or not you ascribe to that, there's been some challenges to the science and research behind that. It does seem like will can be a limited resource. We are creatures of sort of internal tides. We ebb and flow. And sometimes we feel strong, we feel we're able to persevere, but sometimes that willpower is depleted. And in the hero's journey, in the cycle of the hero's journey, there's low points, but there's a really low midpoint where we reach the abyss moment, where we feel like we can't go on. And the heroes that we read about in tales from ancient times to today in our hero myths, they reach this low point where it all seems lost. Funnily enough, these moments come right before the big moment of transformation, the big moment of true change. So that's something to look forward to, and there's some tools that we need to have to keep ourselves going, even in those times when all feels depleted. So you have to accept, first of all, that low points are natural. Just as there's a flow where everything's flowing great for us, there's also the ebb times. Accept that. Accept that there are times when, frankly, things are telling you that you need to rest, that you need to recharge. So that ebb of your personal tide of perseverance and will needs some rest. You've probably been pushing yourself pretty hard by that point. But these moments are temporary. Remember that they're temporary, and remember that, like I said in an earlier video, you need to develop a strong why. And even when your flames of your passion have died down, when your willpower is depleted, and you feel like you have no hope, you can still have that why. Even if you're not feeling the why, even if you're feeling like the why just isn't doing it for you anymore, that why is still there. So if you can cling to it while you're recharging, and remember that that's your return, that's your return point. That's the rock that you cling to, the raft that you can cling to in the tide, in the storm. When that passion returns, when it returns, you will be ready because of that why you established. Hope is a habit. Success is a habit. Perseverance is a habit. And the more you develop that, the more you put stock in that sheer grit that you can have, the more easily you'll be able to get back into the flow. So accept that there's downtimes. Accept that sometimes all you have left is sheer stubbornness. Like Kipling says, sometimes there's only the will to hold on. Even if you have to go into some sort of hibernation state, right? You have to go and just curl into a ball. Even things that transform, from chrysalli, from, the caterpillar becomes the chrysalis, and it's just, there's no activity, it seems like, there on the outside, but in the inside, if you've gone into your chrysalis, you've curled up into that fetal position because things have just beat you down. You still have that nugget germinating inside you of what's your why, what's your passion, what's your goal, what are you striving towards? And during this process, to build you back up, you have to focus on small wins, small things that you can do rather than try to bite off the big chunk, because that'll take out your energy very soon and very quickly as well if you're trying to bite off huge chunks of success. And if you're taking small steps, you're giving yourself small wins, like say for instance you're trying to write a book. Small wins are writing consistently every day, 500 words, 1,000 words, whatever your words limit is. Maybe even if it's 300, 200 words. As long as you're making forward progress, slow as it may seem, glacial as it may seem, almost imperceptible movement towards your goal, but the movement's there. So, there it is, week 7. Hold on. Persevere, even when all the strength is gone. Sometimes all you have is sheer stubbornness, which a lot of human beings are good at. Just be sheerly stubborn. Wait for that tide of your passion to flow again, and you'll pick up right where you left off. Thanks again for participating. Looking forward to week 8. We're 2 weeks away from going through this challenge, so I'll see you next time, and keep on going, fellow adventurers. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.